What's up, traders? Welcome to something a little bit different here on the channel. I'm Cam Hawkins, the host of the Trading Nut Show. Now, this video is a little bit different. It's something that I want to show you guys, and also another thing that I want to tell you guys. So the first one is what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the what I do on a 1 minute chart from a tool point of view. So how I've constructed the 1 minute chart to work for me with limitations around what I can do and can't do, can do and can't do to make my trading a little bit more streamlined, get rid of some of the mindset issues, and make things really quick, because you've got to be damn quick on the 1 minute chart. Okay, so you can't muck around. You haven't got time to do certain things, like getting an order on needs to be super fast. So I'm going to show you what I've built. Now, the reason I want to show you what I built is because this is the sort of thing that we can build as a group, as a mastermind, as part of the Algo Funder Mastermind, which I'm starting this week. It's a 3-day live stream event. I've mentioned it on the show already. We've got a ton of guys signed up, and we've got a ton of strategies that these guys are suggesting we build into automated trading algorithms to try and pass funding challenges and withdraw from them. So guys, in the course of a week, we're going to go from idea to robot, and it's either going to be fully automated, or it's going to be fully and semi-automated, or there's going to be a whole bunch of settings in there that are going to make this thing independent and individual to the way that you approach the markets. So that's what the aim of this is. We've got a few guys coming on the show during the live streams. We've got Andy Peters, we've got Brandon Abbas, we've got Austin Semenik. There's a video here that explains it all, where I can walk you through it. You can read through the detail, the agenda of the event, and time is running out. Currently, it is at just $99, but that is going to jump before the event starts. So if you want to get on board, now is the time. You may have even seen this video too late. The price is going to go up over the course of the week that the event's on, and the event's, although it's a 3-day live stream, it's going to take me 7 days to build out the bot. So you're going to have 7 days to get access to it. But as I said, the price is going to go up. So the sooner you jump on board, the sooner you can get it. Right. So what does my 1 minute trading look like? I'm going to show you what I've built to trade the 1 minute chart. Now, and I'm going to tell you why I've built things and get into quite a bit of the detail around the issues you're going to find with 1 minute trading. And this is using limit orders and stop orders. So if you're trading with market orders, you might not have these issues, but you may have them anyway, but you just don't notice them as much. So let's go into the detail. So you can see down here, this is the tool that I've built, which is a series of buttons which all do something different. I'm going to go through what they do and how they work and why I put them together this way. And this is something we can build out in the Algo Funder Mastermind. So it might not be the whole thing that you see here, but it might be that we use some of the elements here around building buttons to control what the robot does. So we're not on the best time of the day. I think it's heading into pre-market London, like it's going to be another hour away, really. So what we're finding is, a lot of ranging price movement here. So I wouldn't normally trade this time. I've got a level up here, which has just been hit. So let's see if we can get a trade off that in the right direction. I'm not using everything that I normally do, but this is more of an explainer video. So let's zoom in a bit on that chart and show you what it does. So if I want to sell, so this level here, it's bounced off that. If I want to sell this candle here, I just click sell, and it's going to put an entry point below and a stop loss above the high in this case. Now, there's a buffer that I've put in the settings. So I've given ourselves a buffer of whatever it is. It's a bit more than the spread at the time that I was doing it. So I think it's about 6.6 pips. Now, the actual whole candle is only 2.7 pips. And depending on what candle you choose to trade, you can get in these trades between 1 and, or even less than 1 pip sometimes if you find the right candle. So this is our sell trade. Now, to get into the sell trade, so now you can see here, I can just move these up and down wherever I want to position the stop. So if I wanted it right on the high, I could do that. If I wanted it a little bit tighter than the spread when I first did it, which was wider, or just behind that level there, I can do that. Now, the entry, I'm going to probably leave it as is, but I could move that if I wanted to, and I'll show you why that is important on a buy, okay, on a buy trade. Now, what I'll do is hit sell, and now that calculates the position size for this and gives me a profit target, which looks like it's at the level, but in fact, what it's done is in the settings, you can see I'm just looking at a 3R, so 300% take profit. Okay, so this was the sell, so I don't want to take this trade, so I'm going to click delete. That deletes the trade and all the crap that it usually leaves on the chart as well. So that's how you set an order. Now for the buy order, if I click buy on this, and it's using the candle before it to set the stop and the take profit. So say I was going to look here, I've got 10 seconds left. So this is where you're really getting down to the minutiae here on the 1 minute chart. So 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, maybe I don't want my entry at the top because the spread might take me in before it breaks the top. So I might want to be a little bit higher. Say I want to be there. Actually, I probably wouldn't be trading this long anyway, but say it was there because I'm going right into a level, then you're going to get in because of that spread, right? So the spread is going to take you in when price is up here and not necessarily when it's broken it. Okay, so that's something to think about when you're doing this. So we're not fast enough. You can see how fast this has raced away. So that would have been my sell trade there. And we're now in profit of about 1R. If we had our stop at the top, it's about 1R here. So that would have been a 1.6 pip stop loss. And we're at, well, we're not quite at 1R, but that's 1.2. Okay, so down here is our 1R. Right, so we've basically, if you've missed the entry there, I mean, the good news with this one is you would have had plenty of time because we closed up here to get your entry on. But if you missed it, then you're going to have to sort of, you can move this and take a bigger gamble essentially, or you might want to wait for it to come back, take a limit order, click sell. So this turns into a limit order. You can see it there and price comes back, triggers you in, and then away you go. So a couple of ways to potentially get in this trade if we were going to do that. Now, I probably wouldn't because this bar is fairly big, but that would be another way to do it. Now, once you're in a trade, and we're going to have to just take a trade here just for the example's sake, and hopefully the first trade works out so I don't have to take too many so that we can see this thing work. Now, whether or not there's enough volatility here, I don't know, but we're just going to try and take a trade. Now, I'm going to try and sell this candle here. So what I'm doing is looking at the time ticking down. So that's at 13, 11. So I'm going to get my sells ready. So it's to put the stop above the high of the prior candle. This one's not too bad because we've got a bull here and we're going to try and sell a bull. So we're going to have time for it to come back down through this. So you can see that there. Now, if we want to have the buffer of the spread, which is there or thereabouts, maybe a little bit higher. So now we've got plenty of time to get our trade in. Now you might want to go, well, let's just put it at the low, but let's just, for the sake of getting this in early, we're going to put it there. I'm going to hit sell. We're going to see how this plays out. If it comes down and gives us an entry, I'm not too sure if it will. It's already done quite a big move. So really, if it's going to be another big move, we'll be very lucky, should I say. So it's 27 seconds left. So I'm looking at the time here. Now, this is what these two functions do. So this one's an auto break even. Sorry, this one's an auto break even. This one here is an auto take partial. So you can toggle these off if you want, at which point means you're managing the whole trade. Toggled on, it means the settings here still set to false, but they're actually on because I've managed to set them on the chart. So that's a 1R. At 1R, we're going to take 50% off the table. Now you could change that to 33, whatever you want. Let's leave it at 50. And that's going to happen at 1R. So you could take it off at 0.5R. So this trade didn't get triggered. It's still waiting. I'm going to hit delete because it's not looking likely now. So if anything, we might get a buy. So let's move it there. We're going to give ourselves a bit of space. We're going to take it there. I probably wouldn't be taking these trades, but let's give it a buy. We're going to hit go. We've got a little bit of space there. So we're sort of gauging whether or not the spread's going to break the top of that and not get us in before it doesn't break the top. So hopefully it breaks it and gets us in and doesn't break it too fast that we get a whole bunch of slippage. So that's the other thing. So once we get in, this box down here, it currently very faintly says close because it is my close all or like close button, right? So once I'm in a trade, I can click close and that's going to close the whole thing out. So when this moves into profit, so we didn't get an entry there, so I'm going to hit delete and I might, there we go. It would have got us in. So I just got out. I probably wanted to buy that. Let's just see what it does. It's probably going to bounce off there and come back down. So yeah, we deleted that order. We're not going to get in there either. Yeah, so this is going to change to tell me how many R I am in profit. And the reason I put this there is it means you don't need to go and have a look at your terminal where you've got the dollars ticking up and down. You can basically trade based on R only, which is something that comes out of Van Tharp's books. So it's going to go from 0R and then the color changes as it goes up the R's to 1R or 0.5, 0.75, 0.9. So at 0.9R, you might be thinking about maybe that's enough for me to take profit or it's stalling there. Oh, that would have been a good trade. Had we broken the high at the time, we would have got our 1R and we would have been able to see this go through. Let's see if we can get an example. I might not be able to get it straight away, but what I'll do is I'll pause the video, wait until I get one. Maybe I'll have to actually try and find a trade to show you. But once we're in that trade, the other things that we can control here are we can get out at 75%, 50%, or 25% of the position. Now, I've just dropped the risk really low just because I'm not too sure if these trades are going to work out. But if we have a look here, so that's 75, 50, and 25. So I can change that to 66. That could be 40 and that could be 35 or you know, so on and so forth. You can change it around, or they could all just be 33 and you just click any one of them and you're going to take off 33%. So that's your getting out of the trade from a partial point of view. The other two things to manage the trade, you've got the trail and you've got the break even. So if I want to trail this trade, so I want to put my stop, say we got in that trade there, put my stop there, then it's going to wait for price to come back and take me out. And all I need to do is click that button. So the next candle, it'll move my stop up to here. And then I can, you know, I don't need to manually move my stop. It's only a small movement, but I don't need to manually move it. Now you can have a buffer on that as well. So there could be like a stop loss, trail buffer for a buy and trail buffer for a sell. So you can have a different kind of buffer as well. The break even one, if you're not using the auto break even, or even if you are, you can just hit break even. And so you might see this go to 0.9R, which means you're almost at 1R, and you go, well, I want to go break even. So you go break even, right? We're going to get in this sell trade here. It's a little bit wide of a stop loss for me. Can we do it? Have we got enough time? Yeah, so we just got in. Okay, so we just got in that sell trade. Now you can see hopefully here in a second, this should, because we must be below, the commission must sort of be chewing our, there we go. You can just see it's gone to 0R, which means we could close a trade at a break-even point. So we're not going to lose on the trade. It'll be something like 1 or 2 cents or something like that. So at that point, we're good. So hopefully this one can keep going down, and it's going to need to break this uptrend here to get us some more than nothing. So at this point here, we could put the break-even. So I'm just going to do that. I think it's too close. Sorry, price is too close. It's not going to work. So we could potentially, if we hit the trail, we'll move the stop to there. So let's try that. Once again, it's too close. It's too close. So it's just really jumped it out again. It said, you've got your there's not enough room here. There's not enough room. So sometimes this happens when it's less volatile and the market's less volatile. So let's see if we can get some movement here, and I'll try and demonstrate these. So I might need to pause and then show you. Okay, so there we go. We're at the 1R, dropped to 7R. So now you can see, for whatever reason, the break-even thing is not worked. I think it's just so tight. I mean, how many pips are we talking here? 1 pip. It's just too tight. It's the wrong time of day. So that break even would automatically move to there, but I think because of the time of day, it's so tight. But you can see here, we took the 50% off the table with that little arrow there at 1R. We're now at 1.5R, and that's where I sort of gave up with the 1.2, you know, I did 0.75, 0.9, 1, and then 1.5, and then it just goes 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So if we're going to close a trade, all we do is click that, and it closes the full position. We could have taken off 75%, 25, and 50, but I decided not to do that. We just closed it there. Okay, so that's it. And so hit delete, it deletes the arrows, which is really annoying to haven't seen those arrows there. So once you're in the trade, you can delete the arrows, and away you go. All right, guys, that is the video on the tool that I've created. Now, as I mentioned, this is something you can use on or something we can build into the Algo Funder Mastermind. Okay, so we can build that kind of stuff in along with automating the rest of it. So if you join now, before we start, before the timer ticks down, you're going to get all 3 live events. You can attend the live events. Otherwise, you can see the recordings of the live event if you join late, and the price is going to be going up before the live event. Very soon, the price is going to be going up at the start of it and then during it as well. So the longer you leave it, the more you're going to end up paying, okay? But at the end of the day, you will get the download, you will get to see all the content, you will get to learn all the strategies, and I think we're up to about 8 strategies, if not 9 now, that have been submitted by guys who have come through. So we're going to be going in and voting on those very soon to find out which strategies we work on. We've got the guys, the likes of Andy Peters, Brandon Abbas, Austin Semenuk coming through and giving us advice during the live sessions to make sure we're on the right track as well. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, we'll see you on the next episode of Trading Nut, or I'll see you in the Algo Funder Mastermind later on this week.